Okay, so this the second thing or the third thing that I tried, which finally worked, is I went in, started from scratch, and I followed this command, and it's actually pretty simple once you get it all set and done. Basically, you have to go here and you have to make it so that it, the server does not use the domain join function. Skip domain join is what you want to do. And actually, there is a technetwindows.com link. Again, I'll provide that in the description, but there is actually a link to this. And this is the command you need to run right here. So basically, and you can find the command is in this reply here. What I did is I did a new install on the virtual machine, and before I did anything, which is exactly what this person says, especially because the connector, the client connector window is going to want to come up and it's going to want to start that process. Before I did anything, I canceled that out, and then I ran this in an elevated administrator prompt. Once I did this, you can either reboot. I don't remember if I rebooted my computer, but once I did this, I then ran the essential client connector wizard, which then goes through downloading, actually installing the Windows Essential connector program. I actually also, and this was key because that didn't work. All right, actually had no internet access. It would not generate an IP address. It wouldn't do anything for me. What did it for me in the end is I actually rebooted. I don't know if this part was actually so necessary, but I rebooted my router. And I rebooted because after rebooting the router, that didn't do anything. I then rebooted Unraid. So I shut down the VM and then I rebooted Unraid. As soon as I went back to Unraid, also, by the way, let me also indicate I actually tried to change in multiple times. Multiple times I tried to go in and I tried to change the network card, right? So the first time I did it and it worked was it had a certain IP address and a certain network MAC. When I started over again and I tried to use this bridge, this Ethernet, it did not work. So when I did it the second time and I got it to work, but on its own domain, I actually used the virtual network card. It's VTRO whatever in the network bridge. It's the first thing on the line. That actually created a virtual network, which gave me a whole new IP address, and a whole new that was away from my actual network. That was fantastic, but I couldn't connect anything to it. So I then went back to this network bridge, network card, and then did the process that I'm describing. Rebooted my router, rebooted Unraid. As soon as I came back up from Unraid, I had network access, and I'm actually logged in using RPD, remote desktop, and as you can see here, this is an IP address, and this is my default gateway. So this has my gateway. This is my IP address, which is all good. So you can actually see, and which I talked about, I think in a previous video, I have disabled VTR, so I'm actually running purely through the network. This is my network right here. All the computers on my network, so you can see that this is the network. So here you can see I have connected directly to the Windows 2016 server that I have, and I can download here the WSE program so I can do backups automatically to my my server. I mean, backups of my computer to the server. So again, this was essential. This is a 3-part step. You go in, you run this command right here on the server. You then reboot your router, reboot Unraid, not just the VM, but actually Unraid itself. You reboot. Then you should have full access to the server, and you don't have to have all of your client computers connect to the same domain in order for it to be. So it's the quote-unquote domain controller. In addition, what I did, which I had done before, is I followed the instructions in that roll up, and I actually, and this was done prior to this video, but it's important for everybody also to run this command so that you can skip the whole domain discovery thing. You have to run this on the client computers. Every client computer. I'm not sure if it's totally necessary if you don't do the domain join, but I would do it anyway. Every client computer, open up an elevated command prompt and run this command here so that you can skip the DNS server detection function so that you can actually get this thing running. Okay, guys, that was a lot. Hopefully that will help you guys if you're having issues with using Windows Home Server 2016 in your home environment, trying to get it on the workgroup domain. It will never get on workgroup. It just Microsoft has depreciated the whole workgroup. So you will never be able to get this to show up on workgroup. It will always have its own domain name. But you can at least get it to be seen, and you can get it to interact with your domain computers. You can use Connector Wizard. You can use everything and still be able to have it functional like Windows Home Server 2011, like I used and a lot of other people. All right. Comments below. If you like this video, hit a like. If you like this channel, subscribe. And you can also visit my website at v-tip.com for additional videos and updates and all of that fun stuff. All right. See you on the next video.